Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at BCR-04 Kamen Rider Build NinninComic form. So this is fourth in the Bottle Change Rider series, which is the gimmick figure line for Kamen Rider Build. It's comprised of two halves that fit together to make the NinninComic form, and of course those halves are interchangeable with other previous figures in this line, as you can see right here. Gorillamon, Rabbit Tank, and Hawk Gatling. And then there's just a couple of the possible combinations, which we'll be taking a look at. You can mix and match everything around. Shows how the two halves fit together up top here. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's go ahead and get them out of there, and we'll take a closer look. So here is NinninComic out of the package. I think it looks pretty fantastic. I love the little sash on the back that is kind of pegged in here on the upper shoulder. And I tried to see if it was removable, but it seems fastened on there pretty strong, so I don't want to break anything. But yeah, overall I really like it. I love that the full bottles are purple and yellow to match the form. Like Taka before him, the lighter colors tend to not always be 100%. You can see here that the shoulder component and the forearm component are kind of the same color yellow, and then the elbow joint here is a little bit lighter kind of yellow color, and then the fist does a better job of blending in, I feel like, but it's kind of a third color yellow. So these two are kind of the same. This is a very close second, and then this joint's just a little out of place. It's not terrible, but just looks a little weird. The head, the eyes, I think look really good. I think they did a great job with that. You have the shuriken there for ninja, and then you have the comic page with the pen for comic. Overall, really nice. The metallic purple paint down here, I think, is really, really good. I would say that Ninja is probably my favorite of the two halves, but not to say anything against comic. You can see he has his I'm not going to remember the name of this thing. The four-tone ninja Banto or something like that. I apologize. But you can see the molded in detail there is actually pretty well done. There's a lot of molded in detail there. Obviously they can only mold it out of one color just for budget, but really, really well done. I mean, if you get really close, you can see it's got all four panels of the comic molded in perfectly. So if you took like a black wash to this or something like that, probably bring out all that detail. Probably look really, really nice. On the packaging, they always kind of show him holding the sword upside down, so I guess I'll do that. It's a little difficult to get him to hold it just because the blade, or I'm sorry, the hilt of the sword is very thin. So it's kind of hard to get the hand to close around it, but you can do it. It's possible. There it is. No, I'm sorry. For a second, I thought there was no bicep swivel on the ninja side, but it just blends in so well. You can see the texture here, which I think they did a great job with as well. It's the same texture down here on the leg. Really nice. So here's him holding the sword, or if you want to be more traditional, you can have him hold the sword like this. So very cool. I really like this form a lot. I think the yellow and the purple go really well together. And I just think all the paint and the aspects of the design are very cool. Like I said, this is passable to me. It's just that elbow joint kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. But other than that, I think it's pretty perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and push this in. And I always have trouble with this. There we go. Push the button in, pull the half off to split it in half, as you see there. And I'll bring in, we'll start with Rabbit Tank. We'll go in order. So I'll put his accessory off to the side, split him in half, whoop, and then we will combine them. I have to remember, nope, these are the same side. There we go. So we get Ninnin Tank and Rabbit Comic. Pretty cool. The red and the yellow actually doesn't look bad together. I think that looks pretty cool. I really like this purple and the dark blue, though. I think they work really well together. I mean, yes, it's two dark colors, but I still think that looks really, really neat. I'm going to go ahead and, just for simplicity's sake, take the accessory out of his hand. So we'll go ahead and split these two again. Take Rabbit Tank, put him off to the side, bring in Gorillaman, and split him in half. Nin Diamond and Gorilla Comic. These colors aren't bad together, the yellow and the brown. I think the brown works when it has a light color to go next to, which is why I think it works with Gorillaman. But that's not bad. I really like this. This is like a sports team, like Charlotte Hornets or something like that. I've always liked these colors together, purple and light blue. I think this is probably one of the better combinations in my opinion. Really love these two colors together. But once again, we'll split these guys. Put Gorillaman back together. Get him out of here. And bring in, I was going to say Taka Gatling, but it's actually Hawk Gatling, even though the bottles are called Taka and Gatling. You're going to have to remove the wings, because only this form can have the wings attached, because you need the pegs on both sides, unfortunately. It's a best match exclusive. Let me get this Gatling gun out of his hand here. Split this. There we go. So we have Taka Comic and Nin Gatling. This isn't bad. The purple and the gunmetal gray, kind of cool. I feel like the gunmetal gray needs a bright color to make it pop though, because it's kind of a muted color. With a darker color, it doesn't really pop. I don't know, this is just kind of a mess. I don't think the orange and the yellow work well together at all. Just my personal opinion. Those colors just don't really look that great together. But what are you going to do? So, once again, pop these apart. And get NinninComic. Put these two back together. Replace his wings. Get him out of here. So another really fun addition to the line, in my opinion. I think the color scheme looks great. I love the accessory that it comes with. Really nice molded in detail. And I forgot to show this too, but on the actual kind of sash, there's more panels of the comic molded in to the sash part of this form. So again, if you had a little bit of a black wash or something, you could really bring in or bring out that molded detail. I think that would look really good. So that's just really cool. I really like when they go above and beyond like that, even though it's not super prominent because, you know, they didn't accent it in any way, but that molded detail is there in the sash and the sword. You could definitely bring it out. Like I said, I love this color scheme. I think they did a great job. The only thing I have to minor nitpick about is that little elbow joint, just a little bit off. You know, over time, I feel like it'll blend in and it probably won't bother me that much, but, you know, it's a shame when they can never really get... It seems like with yellow plastics, that happens a lot. Bumblebee toys are always kind of guilty of that as well, having multiple different, like, shades of yellow because the plastic pieces are made out of different components or whatever, but what are you going to do? All in all, if you're collecting this line, I think this is another great addition. I absolutely recommend picking it up. I'm glad I did. Looks really, really nice. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Bottle Change Rider Series 04 NinninComic form from Kamen Rider Build. And as always, thank you so much for watching.